How were we able to move a property that was 35% to 90% within 4 months? Yes, within 4 months. Interesting, right? Before I go into that, I'll try to give you the background of this. So we bought an A-class 2009 property, student housing in Pennsylvania, and the business plan for us was to gradually, within the next 3 years, transition 50% of it to a residential, and the other 50% it will remain as student. But we decided to do it within 1 year when we saw the opportunity to do it. So how did that happen? First of all, it was a difficult sale for us. Truth be told, many people did not believe in the idea because the property was very close to the university, and people were looking at it that how is it possible that residential people want to stay close to a university? But like I always say, the marketing fundamental, multifamily fundamental, if you follow it, then the sky is the limit. Before we decided to take up this deal, we did market research. We went first of all to find out what was currently happening in that market. Is the market shifting? Is the market still where it is? And we discovered something very beautiful. We discovered that many companies were bringing in their warehouses, construction companies, businesses towards the school, very close to the university. And that was the catch for us. And we were like, what are they seeing that we are not seeing? And we did a further research. We found out that because they had lower cost of living and they had a train rail that could take them literally to 60% of the American population through the train track and all that. So that was the catch for them. And remember, if businesses are coming, then they must have done their business plan. And if businesses are coming, they must have labor coming along with them. So we knew that there were going to be family people, people that in their working age coming into that market. In short, they started coming into that market. And that was going to change the entire demography. So we did a 5 to 10 years demographic search, and we found out that in that demography that initially it was an average of 30 years. But within the last 5 years, the average age has increased to 43 to 48 years. So that tells you a lot of story. It means that so many people that are the working class age, not students, are moving into that demography. And that's the type of study you need to do. And that's what we did. But people did not understand when we said we've done that. And we didn't just stop there. We went also to the city to see who were the people, the businesses that were going to be coming to that area and all that. So we did a thorough research before we decided to take on this deal. Taking up the deal was not a walk in the park. We knew we were going to go through a lot of issues, challenges, because it was not just a very popular business plan. It was a repositioning. It's not a value add play. Value add means renovation. We're not renovating. It's an A-class property, was almost brand new. But what we're coming to do was to reposition it. That means change it from what it was doing to another kind of business. That would have been an heavy lifting. And truth be told, it was an heavy lifting. So what we decided to do was to do it slow and steady so that we don't destabilize the property that was not even stable in the first instance. So this property was actually at 35% not too long ago, and we decided that, okay, let's start repositioning it. Initially, our plan was a 15%, but we realized that while taking over the property, during the time we're going through the lease audit, we discovered that most of those tenants have been there for 3 to 4 years. That means that was their last year. So we already knew that we're going to lose more than 60% of the tenants due to them being in their final year in university, and that was going to affect the property. The remaining 20%, I said 60% were leaving, then we have 40%. The 20% out of the 40% did not want to renew their rent, and we said, what do we do? How do we reposition this so that we don't become like 20% occupied? So we decided to put in our thinking cap, and what did we do? Our 3-year plan, we shrinked it into 1 year. So we did an aggressive marketing. We didn't spend a lot on marketing because we also did a research and found out that we don't need to also pump in too much money that do not bring that result. So how did we discover what was working for that property? We went through their boss call. The boss call told us what are the things that attracts people to the property. Is it through phone call? Where are people coming from? Are they coming through phone call? Referrals? What platform are they coming from? Are they coming from Zillow, Facebook? Where exactly are they coming from? And or apartment.com. We found out that, truth be told, we're not coming from apartment.com, and we investing in that will not give us that result. So what we decided to do was to invest in those ones that were attracting the kind of people that we wanted, and that cost us lower than we expected because the previous owner was spending about $100,000 on advertising, and we spent only $6,000. Yes, $6,000 on advertising, and that was because we did the research to know which of those platforms will be good for us and will give us the result that we wanted. So we noticed that we're going to be 35%, and we said to quickly start filling up with the residential. Our initial plan was 15% residential, but at this point, that was not an option. We needed to fill up as fast as possible and also attract more students. So we stay attracting newer students. So we divided the property into two. 50% should be occupied by residential, and the other 50% will be occupied by students. And with the help of our property management company, we're able to execute just that. Right now, we are above 90%. And that is because, one, we understood the business plan. We did our market research. We followed the exact fundamental for the entire property. We did our lease audit. We knew the problems before the problem came. We started strategizing before the problem came. We also did the market research on the type of advertisement that is required for us to fill up our property. We didn't spend money where it was not required and all that. So we're able to increase, within 4 months, we're able to increase it to above 90%. And that is called a stable property. We didn't just do that. Before now, the entire student was all bills paid. That is, we paid all the electricity, electrical, water bill, sewage bill, everything we're paying it. But with the residential, since it was an individual metering system, we decided that individuals will pay for their water, their sewage, their electrical, whereby reducing our expenses. So we're able to push down our expenses from 51% now to 42%. Yes, within 1 year. And that was just by the repositioning that we did, allowing the tenants pay their bills and we not taking responsibility of that. And the second way was that we were able to shop for a lower insurance. We were able to reduce our insurance from $100,000 to $34,000. Can you believe that? So shopping for insurance is very important if you want to reduce your insurance bill. You never can tell. You might get a better offer if you just shop. So I would advise that you shop for insurance. So that also helped us bring down our expenses. So right now we are currently floating and enjoying the ride. Our 3-year plan, we definitely shrink it to 1-year plan. And right now we are free to exit if we want, but we will not do that. Don't forget, because we have a fixed interest rate and it comes with prepayment. So we will not want to exit right now because of the prepayment, but rather what we'll keep doing is improving the property and get it ready. When it's time for us to exit, we'll exit at that time. I hope you learned a lot from this. Your business plan needs to be very clear from the beginning. You need to do your market research. Follow all the multifamily fundamentals. You cannot afford not to do your due diligence. To the later, you cannot afford not to do it. You have to do all that, investigate the market, what is affecting the market, what is the projection of the market in the next 5 or 10 years. You need to do all those studies. Those were the things that we did that helped us understand our business plan more and knew that it was achievable. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're looking for better ways to invest, or if you're looking for ways to become financially free, click on my bio. You see a link and you can book a call, and we can for sure put you on the right track on how you can be financially free through multifamily. Thank you and have a wonderful day.